Hello everyone and welcome to INFINOX Market Insights with me, Richard Perry, analysing markets for INFINOX on Monday the 21st of June. Now markets are trying to settle down after some significant moves that we saw at the back end of last week. Ever since the Federal Reserve had its monetary policy decision, markets have been frantically trying to reprice the expectations for rate hikes from the Fed, and it seems as though that move certainly continued on Friday on the back of comments from one of the Fed speakers, James Bullard, who turned significantly more hawkish than perhaps many had been expecting. There was another significant move higher for the dollar, big moves through bond yields, and big sell-off on equity markets. Markets are settling down a little bit today. They're looking fairly quiet, looking to possibly even build support around some key levels. And we'll talk about the technical implications of that, but certainly the risk is still there for further moves on these markets, and how they settle down in the coming days is going to be crucial, I think, for the near to medium term outlook. So in terms of data points we've got today, nothing really on the docket. However, we are now in the realms of looking out for Fed speakers. Throughout this week, we've got a number. We've got one today for John Williams, but further out, we've got also Fed Chair Powell speaking on Tuesday, going to be key for markets as well there. Now, furthermore, we've got ECB President Christine Lagarde, so that she's worth looking out for today for certainly euro trading and potentially any euro-related assets. So with regards to the INFINOX support and resistance table, that is at the end of the video, so good for some trading levels there. Now onto the charts that we're looking out for today. We've got cable, which has come back significantly, but is around a key support level and looking a little bit stretched maybe on momentum. Let's look at the technical implications of that. Also, similarly on silver, big sharp move to the downside, but it's into a pivot band of support. And finally on the DAX, we've got a corrective move, testing a key uptrend, but is this support going to hold? Let's have a look at these charts. Moving on to the INFINOX MT5 platform now, and we can see that starting off with cable, a sharp move lower over the last three sessions has really now broken this primary uptrend on cable. Really strong move that we've seen. That uptrend that has been in place since May last year has now been broken, and it's a significant move actually we've seen, but it's now back into this key band of support. I've got the crosshair here around 38 big figure, up from 36.70. Big band of support that is crucial now. But you look at also the RSI back around the 30 mark, starting to find a basis of support today after these three, well, you could argue four strong down day moves that we saw back end of last week. Starting to settle a little bit this morning, and let's just zoom in to see if we have actually got some building support come out one level there. Just a bit of a chopping around on the 4-hour chart, but you can see on the 1-hour chart there is this slight possibility of a little near-term base pattern, 38.30, 38.35 area. If you move above that, then you could start to see a little near-term recovery, and you'd put the crosshair on that. You can see it's about 50 pips worth of depth, so you could project that higher up towards sort of the 38.90 area, 39 figure perhaps, and you could start to see that turning around. Already you've started to see that on the hourly chart as well. That RSI picking up above 50 on the hourly RSI would be a recovery pattern, but ultimately the risk just around that falling 21-hour moving average at the moment is that you still test to the downside 37.85 key level of support. And on to silver, a retreat as well back within this broad range, actually 21.50 up towards $30. Basically back to the midpoint of that range. I put the line at $26 because you can see time and again this is actually an area where the market retreats back to or rallies up to and then consolidates and then tends to consider the next move. So you could see that the market now begins to consolidate around this $26 area. RSI back at 30 as well. So you're looking at that sort of area of potential, but you need to see a recovery above 26.50 to really get that going. Support around 25.70. And finally onto the DAX, this retreat, actually which really only took hold on Friday, sharp move to the downside, has actually continued today. Looked early doors as though that it was starting to form support around that 15,350 mark. Well, it looks as though that it's moving to the downside now with a further move lower today. And you can see on the 4-hour chart, bit of chopping around actually on that 4-hour chart. Quite a lot of volatility still in these equities. An attempted rally sold off in the last hour or so, but you need to see this support building, because if those bond yields continue to move sharply, you're going to see equity markets coming under pressure, and that would drive DAX lower. Decisive close underneath 15,350, I think really does open, potentially move back towards the 14.8 area. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it informative for your trading. Join me again on Wednesday, where I'll be looking at the flash PMI numbers, which are key forward-looking data. So I'll leave you with the INFINOX support and resistance table, and I'll speak to you then. Thank you very much.